In the 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a Cold War space race. The USSR took an early lead by launching Sputnik 1 in 1957 and sending Yuri Gagarin into orbit in 1961. That same year, President John F. Kennedy responded with a daring pledge. America would land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the decade ended. NASA's Apollo program became a national priority, testing rockets and procedures through the Mercury and Gemini missions, while engineers perfected the mighty Saturn V. On July 16, 1969, the world watched as a 36-story Saturn V thundered off the pad at Cape Kennedy. Inside Apollo 11 were Commander Neil Armstrong, Lunar Module pilot Edwin "Buzz" Aldrin, and Command Module pilot Michael Collins. 3 days later, the spacecraft slipped into lunar orbit. Collins remained aboard the Command Module Columbia, while Armstrong and Aldrin entered the Lunar Module Eagle and began their powered descent. Guidance alarms rang and fuel dwindled as Eagle approached a boulder-strewn crater. Armstrong took manual control, steering to a smoother patch of ground. With roughly 20 seconds of fuel left, he eased the lander down and radioed, "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Cheers erupted in mission control and across the globe. At 10:56 p.m. Eastern Time on July 20th, Armstrong climbed down the ladder and placed the first human footprint on the moon. His now legendary words, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind," were broadcast to an estimated 650 million viewers.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Oh, that looks beautiful from here,
Aldrin soon joined him, calling the barren landscape magnificent desolation. During their 2-hour moonwalk, they deployed experiments to study moonquakes and solar wind, raised an American flag, and collected 47 pounds of rock and soil. A small plaque on the lander's leg read, "We came in peace for all mankind," underscoring the mission's symbolic reach. President Richard Nixon phoned them from the White House, calling it the most historic telephone call ever made.
"I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House, and this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House."
After 21 hours on the surface, Armstrong and Aldrin launched the ascent stage, rendezvoused with Collins, and set course for home. On July 24th, Apollo 11 splashed down in the Pacific Ocean, concluding an 8-day voyage of nearly 1,000,000 miles. The mission fulfilled Kennedy's challenge and secured a decisive American victory in the space race, demonstrating that with vision, teamwork, and ingenuity, humanity could transcend Earth and touch another world.